Located in Muskogee's Frisco Freight Depot, the Oklahoma Music Hall of Fame was first thought up in 1995. It was put into action in 1997, and since then, the association has honored those Oklahomans who have made lasting impacts on the state's musical heritage. The Frisco Freight Depot was built after acquiring in 1903 the Ozark and Cherokee Central Railroads, which had built lines east to Fayetteville, Arkansas in 1901. It is a relatively long and narrow brick structure with a two-story administrative section at the east end and 11 freight bays. It is a rather plain red brick warehouse building with minimal decorative embellishments or high-style architecture. It was also listed on the National Register as part of the Muskogee Railroad and Freight District in 2001. However, the area surrounding where the Frisco Freight Depot sits today had a rash of fires in 1899. The largest and most destructive of these fires occurred on February 23, 1899. According to most historical accounts, the fire started around 5 a.m. at P.R. Caesar's Tailoring and Cleaning Plant on the east side of 2nd Street between Court and Broadway. Stories that came out around that time indicate that a worker at the plant poured kerosene over coals to build a fire. This caused an immediate explosion, and a roaring blaze soon engulfed the building. Within moments, someone began shooting a firearm into the air as a warning. Trained whistles soon bellowed out, trying to alarm the sleeping residents of the danger that was at hand. It was not long before citizens ran to the street to see what was happening. They were greeted by the sight of roaring flames and thick black smoke. The fire department soon arrived at the scene and began the unbelievable task of fighting the blaze. The department at that time was strictly a volunteer organization with minimal equipment and training. The firemen were led by Chief Charles Seeking, who was the owner and operator of a grocery store. The fire spread east towards Main Street, and soon the Madden Hardware Company building, where present-day Royal Casket Company sits now, became a victim of the flames. The fire then turned south down Main Street, destroying almost all properties in its path. The Turner Hardware Company was laid to ruins, and soon the beautiful Hotel Adams, the pride of the Indian Territory, was turned to ashes. One by one, the buildings went down. The English Block, the Turner Opera House, the KD Passenger Depot, and others were all destroyed. After the fires, a new sheriff's station was built, including a new gallows. And in August of 1899, just 6 months after the fires, 2 white men became the first 2 white men to be hanged to death in the territory. This happened just 1 block from where the Oklahoma Music Hall of Fame sits today. The Guthrie Daily Ledger had this to say in 1899, and these are their words. The headline reads, "First white hanging in the Indian Territory took place this morning. Silas Brown and Matt Craig die on the scaffold at Muskogee." Silas Brown and Matthew Craig, the first white men to be hanged in the territory, were executed here this morning. Both men met death without flinching. The daughter of Marshall Hendricks, Craig's victim, witnessed the execution and smiled when the drop fell. Brown and Craig were the first white men to pay the death penalty under the administration of the federal government in the Indian Territory. The crime for which Silas Brown was executed was the murder of Jason Cuthbert. Brown, who was a tramp, arrived at Weber's Falls in 1896 and became friends with Cuthbert. He shared the boathouse of Cuthbert on the Arkansas River and was nursed through a serious illness by the old man. A short time later, he killed Cuthbert, weighted the body with stones, and threw it in the river. He then disappeared with the boat. Later, the body of the murdered man was washed ashore and an investigation was instituted. Brown was arrested at Fort Smith, Arkansas, brought here, tried, and sentenced to death. The date of the execution was December 8, 1897. The case was carried to the Supreme Court of the United States and was remanded back to the Appellate Court of the Indian Territory. This court affirmed the former decision, and the date of execution was set for August 25, 1899. Matthew Craig was hanged for the murder of Joseph Hendrick of Tahlequah last February. Hendrick was a United States Marshal and had arrested Craig for introducing whiskey near Tahlequah. Hendrick took his partner to his home, and both retired for the night in the same bed. During the night, Craig shot the marshal and escaped. He was captured a short time later, tried, and sentenced to hang. Now, although there are no stories of anyone dying a tragic death within the Oklahoma Music Hall of Fame, the surrounding land has seen its fair share of tragic incidents. And with that said, this building is over 120 years old, and there are many people's spirits who are and may be tied to this amazing piece of Oklahoma history. Let's see what we find. Hey everybody, it's AWP, Paul,
Daniel,
April.
Guys, we are back at the Oklahoma Music Hall of Fame. We were here just a few months ago. We got some really cool responses, and we're back.
The last time that we were here, we did make some contact with some of them, so hopefully we can reconnect and have a second go with
That's
some
awesome.
of them.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, yeah.
If they recognize us. Ooh. Anyway, keep it creepy, and we're gonna rock this thing out. Let's do it.
Right on.
We do have some ambient light towards the back, but the neat thing about it is, and y'all might agree with me, it kind of lends to seeing shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll keep our eye on that as well. Let's do a quick little EVP session. See, I've got this orange light in my hand.
Oh, very cliche.
Very cliche. But we will start by saying that it is early, and we know that. Is there anybody here with us right now?
If anybody is here, this is somebody we talked to the last time we were here.
Have you performed on this stage?
Left side, just saw a flash. It was a shadow flash.
Alright, I'm gonna stop it. Really?
I think it's the guitar that we were standing in front of a few minutes
Yeah.
ago, the big white one. It flashed black. Like shadow passed.
Huh. Alright, let's listen to this back. There we go. So I've got this orange light in my hand. Very cliche. Very cliche. But we'll start by saying that it is early, and we know that. Is there anybody here with us right now? And again, it's early. It is early.
Tap.
Who's here with us this evening? We would love to have a conversation with you.
Lori.
Lori. Lori, I'm glad you're here. Is there anything that you would like to tell us?
How many are here with you?
If you don't want to talk to us, that's fine. If you would show us that you're here, we've got some different devices on the stage, some balls that light up, and this box that makes some noise if you get close to it. It doesn't hurt anything. And then we've got this one
What
that'll
happened to me?
light up. I'm sorry, I don't know specifics, but it's likely that you passed away. Are you feeling anything?
Not a lot. Not a lot right now.
I keep seeing things in the back.
But we did the last time that we were here too.
Yeah. The watchers.
Curious.
Yeah. But what is interesting is
Granny.
Granny. Did you live around here?
that was one of my personal loaded words.
But this is wow.
Oh, I know. That shook me a little bit, though.
I want you to go.
Where do you want us to go?
I'm enjoying talking with you. If you can bring the energy together to talk to us more, that would be fantastic.
I'm lost.
You're currently in Muskogee, Oklahoma. I'm not sure where you're headed.
Push.
Push. Hold you.
Yeah.
I didn't push you.
Gin.
Gin. That's a new one. That's as in
Prohibition.
the alcohol prohibition. Was there gin that was transported through here during Prohibition, maybe? Or just in general? My stomach just tightened up like it happens whenever you get hit in the stomach. But it just, I don't know. Are you messing with my stomach?
It likes to interrupt us when we're talking.
Yeah, it does. We just got rest in peace.
We'll be quiet, we'll be quiet, we'll be quiet. We'll start talking and then it...
Oh, I know. Oh. They like to mess with us a little bit. The ones at home definitely do. If anyone wants to talk to us, come on. Visit with us. If you don't want to talk with us right now, we'll be here for a little while. And as things get later, we'll hopefully be able to have an easier conversation.
Stay with me.
We're staying right now. We'll be here for a while. Does anybody else want to talk to us?
We just got full.
Because I was talking. It is kind of cold up here on the stage, though.
It's a little cool. They probably keep it cooler up here just because of how hot it does get when people are performing. I know I've been there. Is there anybody here that...
What?
What?
Is there anybody here that worked here whenever the depot just first opened?
It cut you off.
It cut me off. It said what?
Are you trying to be a jokester and cut us off when we're talking about something?
Watching.
Uh-huh.
It's got goosebumps.
You got
I got
goosebumps.
goosebumps. I could be. They're all ghosty and bumpy. Can we get closer to?
Be quiet.
Alright.
Why should I be quiet? Oh.
We okay, scoochie, scoochie.
So, as I was standing back there, you guys were feeling the heebie-jeebies and the ghost bumps. I was behind the camera, looking out there, and I was noticing a morphing shadow myself, and it was again over here on this left side.
Under.
I'm not seeing it now, and I stopped seeing it while I was looking at it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
But anyway, I am going to say, kind of right off the bat, for me, the energy is a little bit more alive feeling.
Yeah.
We'll see how that translates tonight, but I don't know, ever since I've been in here, but really in the last 10-15 minutes.
Talk to me.
Yes, I'll shut up. Let's continue talking to Spirit.
It's got an attitude tonight.
I'm thinking so.
No energy.
I disagree.
I think you've got more than enough.
Yes, I do too. So we're talking to you now.
What do you want to talk about?
think I'm agreeing with you on that one, yeah.
Okay. The shadow, I have watched it move from back to about halfway up the hall.
Peace.
Question is, was that light on back there last time, or were we able to shut it off?
I think,
Or did we shut that door?
no, we shut it. I think it was, remembering now, we had plugged into the wall. Remember, we unplugged it.
Yeah, okay. I just don't know if I like it on.
I like it on.
Okay, it kind of does help with the shadows, yes.
I am wondering if we need to get that laser grid out sooner rather than later.
Up here.
Well, that's it for tonight, folks. We do appreciate you stopping by. Hey, while you're here, go ahead and click that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, ring that bell so you can set that reminder. You can follow us on Facebook at After Walker Paranormal, Instagram at After Walker Paranormal, Twitter X at Paranormal Green, and hey, keep it creepy. We'll see you next Friday night with a new video at 8 p.m.